What is up, family? Oh my goodness, man. Are we about to hit that second round or what? Oh my God. Throw those A's in the chat right away. If you can hear your boy speak, go ahead and throw those A's in the chat immediately if you can hear your boy speak. My goodness, man. I can't even believe what I'm seeing here. We're about to dive in. We're about to dive in, man. Look at even the freaking logo is crooked, bro. What happened up in here, man? My dudes, throw those A's in the chat if you can hear your boy speak through the mic, man. Very good to see everybody in here today. We're about to find out what the levels are going to be. We are going to find out what the supports and resistances will be. Know the freaking play, man. Know the stock and know absolutely where you're getting into, right? Please protect your gains. Always protect everything that you've gained. Do not return it back to the financial markets or else you'll be severely pissed off, right? But I'm very happy to be streaming tonight again, team. We are back at it and in for a big ass week coming up. Who is excited? Let me know in the chat right now who's excited to be trading this week coming in. Let's go. Guys, I think, you know what? Me and the Analyst Options, we're talking here. We are thinking there could be a massive continuation to the upside in the broader markets, and I am excited to bring up those targets here for both. Not actually, you know what? Not only GME, but of course AMC as well. I know there's a lot of people out there nervous about tracking AMC, but fuck that. I'm not. We're good here. We're going to do it up tonight, and we're going to do it the right way. What is up, Flow Rider? DD214. What's up, man? Cal Supreme. What is good to see? What's up, man? It's good to see you. Roberto. What is up, Roberto? Jason Harden, Buzzman. What is up, guys? I see everybody coming in here, man. What's up, Titty Sprinkles? Titty Sprinkles? Nice, man. DJ, what is up, dude? Ian Tucker, good to see you in the chat, man. James Flowers, what's up, man? Curtis, good to see you, man. Brian, Chris Love. Man, How to Fly, I see the team coming up in the Discord side as well. Very excited to be streaming here tonight, guys. We got a few things to take a look at, right? So why don't we go ahead and flip over the screen here and just look at the first thing that comes up, right? Of course, guys, the Arca Bulls team already posted it here for you. You know what? We have a guy here that takes a look at the fundamentals very closely, right? His name is Senor Pennington. I absolutely love you, buddy. Thank you for doing this for the family. And there's a big shout out to you, right? So make sure to follow Sir Pennington here, right? Make sure to give him some love. And that's actually a 0 with the ton, not an O, right? You're going to get the wrong guy. The Senor Pennington with the O has 0 followers and 0 everything. All right, so let's take a look at this, guys. So we got a massive post here from Reddit, right? Some from the super stonk community giving us news about something super freaking ridiculous. Check this out, right? This is the position right here from Roaring Kitty himself. A massive $65 million position at the June strike. Guys, this was the $20 strike that we've been observing here for quite some time. We already know what that is. We've been looking at it for some time, and here it is, fucking popped up, and we've been looking at it this whole time, right? We've been tracking that guy, and you know what? It's not only us. It's not only us who was tracking that person, right? Check this out. Unusual Whale saying, holy shit, I have been reporting on a GameStop GME whale buying $20 calls expiring June 21st over the last 7 days. Deep fucking Value, aka Roaring Kitty, just disclosed that he was the whale on Super Stonk. This is insane. His position value is over $200 million in GME. Guys, now, if we go ahead, yeah, you know, I mean, you can see it here. It's a similar post that we were looking at, right? So, and of course, this is what they were tracking here. And to tell you the truth, the post that they put right after this, which is this one here, this is a lot more clear, right? So he's saying here, the unusual whales, right? Roaring Kitty, aka Deep fucking Value, just disclosed he is the GameStop GME whale I was tracking last week. Check this out. So 531, these are all the purchases that were happening, right? Guys, insane and tracked in real time using the unusual activity, the unusual whales options tracker, right? It's actually on their website. It is, I'm not, guys, by the way, I'm not endorsed. I don't speak to Unusual Whales. Them and I are not we don't have synergy. There's nothing there, but all respect to the family, to the Unusual Whales family, right, for posting this for retail, as this is coming in clutch for the participants to know, right? Very good stuff. And now, of course, but guys, it's surging everywhere right now. You can see this thing climbing the numbers as we speak, right? This is absolutely massive, guys. This is something that I can display to you here in the options chain. Now, check it out for yourself, right? Now, this is the quick software, right, that Arca has been given access to, right? This is the alpha version of Quick. It's going to be available for retail in the later months to come, but Arca is lucky enough to be provided the software early so that we can show you how it works, right? So this is going to be available to retail in a few months here. It is in alpha, right? The beta version is going to be coming out soon, but I think so far they're doing pretty good. The CEO of Quick, he's actually the person who has been providing the NYSE options data on Quick Strike for the last 25 years, you guys. So we are very, very humbled to be approached by massive professionals in the team, giving us the tools to our advantage for the team, for you guys, right? So let's take a look at this, guys. Look at this right here. 332,202 calls against the 144,337 on the put side. This is for the June 21st expiries, right? If you don't know what a call contract is, right, it's the simplest way to tell you is that when you buy a long call, right, a call options contract, that is you betting the upside on the stock, right? So now people are buying in specific. Let's jump on here to the matrix, and we're going to take a look at the heat map, right? We're going to turn it on, and we're going to jump right into that June 21st expiry right here, right? You have your calls and your put side here. Take a look at the difference on that date. 144,257 call contracts have been purchased outside of the money, right? Check this out. Right now, well, actually, they're in the money now, right? So GME is currently trading at around $27.58. The last time I looked at it, $28. Guys, these are $20 strikes. These are your strikes over here. That means that they are now $8 in the fucking money, right? So come tomorrow, if we're trading at around $28 or $30, that means that there's going to be massive gamma on these fucking contracts, and this thing is probably going to start rolling towards the upside. So I need you guys to be very aware over the things happening in the immediate short term. Okay, you guys, I absolutely love that we're here observing this together. Please be safe in the financial markets, because you're going to get your ass handed to if you don't protect yourself, right? So this is why I want to all this information, guys, is really why I want to make sure that you are on top of the game, right? We need to observe several factors here. There are several things to observe here before making conscious decisions over entering long or short any stock. So why don't I go ahead and ask my family in here, what is the current price action right now for GME? Anyone who has a 24-hour market, let me go ahead and get it right now. Right now we're streaming, right? We're paying attention to several different things. Let's go ahead and get that information right now. So for whoever has that access, let me know what the price action is for both. Fuck it. You know what? For both GME and AMC. All right, good. Travis, thank you so much, bro. Giving me 27.58. So let's, guys. Oh yeah. And by the way, for those of you who remember, yes, that's right. This is the post that we put up here. I think it was maybe Friday night, right? It was last night. We ended up posting this saying, uh-oh. Now, people were asking me, what do you mean, Arca? Why uh-oh? Okay, so here you go. If you haven't seen my video on GME, this is fucking why. This is in inverse head and shoulders, right? Inverse head and shoulders usually present a bullish bias for the price action incoming. Now, it does have a price objective for us to look for. What is that price objective? Let's go ahead and move on to the next chart here and observe. The price objective for this formation here is to be around the areas of $31.11. Guess where that fucking price went today, right? Damn near 30 fucking dollars today. So we were already saying that GME was likely to hit come Monday $30. What the fuck is going on here, right, you guys? Guys, if there is a chart in front of me, all you have to do is show me the fucking chart, and I'll be able to give you the targets on there. I'm not going to be able to tell you that this thing's going to go to 1,000. I don't fucking know that. No one does, right? We don't know that, but we know the interim and we know the levels in the immediate short term, and we just hit them in the after hours. AMC is currently sitting at $5.08. Travis, thank you so much, my bro. And for those of you, Flowrider giving me $27.58. They stopped it. Incredible. Peter Boss telling us that it is frozen on Interactive Brokers. It is incredible that is currently being stopped from trading as we're speaking right now. Fuck that. I don't know about any of you, but that shit is the wrong way to take care of retail. Why am I saying that? Because when you, just like I said at the last time, when we were passing $26 was the trigger for AMC to start moving, and then AMC started moving, and then the following day, the price started halting. I said, dude, if I were the market makers, if I were whoever is in charge of making that price tick, I would not be stopping that price at this moment, because that's putting salt on a wound. It's like putting lime on a freaking open wound, and it's gonna burn. So when you do that, that usually is right when retail gets pissed, and they you guys have seen it before. You guys saw the movie Dumb Money. You know what happens. People get pissed. People start acting forward on it. So when you stop that shit, usually retail tends to push back and they say, hell no, we're going up. So this is absolutely incredible, team. We're now going to find out what other targets were along the way. But check this out. We had an immediate short-term formation right in here. So let me go ahead and show you what that formation was. Check this out. Let's go ahead. Just remember this, right? Remember those three dots here, right? You have the circle here, giving you the inverse head and shoulders, right? Cool. Now let's zoom in. There are those three circles right there, right? Now that we drew this, right? We have that little inverse head and shoulders right down here too. Those are two formations within one. Now, what was the target that this formation was giving us for the immediate short term? Check that shit out. Arca Bulls was giving this to you last night. Before any of this shit happened, we were going to 27.26. Watch the video posted around 16 hours ago. I don't know if it was Friday. I don't know, okay? But these are the fucking targets that we were already looking at. 27.28. The range is 27.26 to 31.12. Let me hear where that price action was stopped again. Oh, wait. You said 27.58. Let's mark that shit off. Right in here. This is where that price action was stopped, right? That's where you were. We fucking nailed it again. Heads, guys, let me get a fucking like. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure to do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. Guys, I'm very excited to be streaming you tonight. We're gonna find out what the further targets are on this, right? We're gonna know what is gonna be. But of course, guys, I want you to make sure to practice guys, I can't tell you guys enough. I want you to be careful out there, okay? I know people are gonna just YOLO into this shit. We're gonna take this shit to the moon. I get it. And you know what's gonna take it to the moon too? The fucking SPY. The broader market's right here, absolutely squeezed into the last hour of trading. Power hour here just went berserko for the SPY. Guess what carries GME for now? We noticed, you and I noticed just about 5 days ago, that there was a deeper correlation between AMC GME and the SPY. And guess what the SPY did here on Friday? And what did GME do too? Guys, we're not talking about a squeeze potential here that's only particular to one stock or two, GME and AMC. No. I am talking about a short squeeze that could be broader market wide. So this could be one of the most massive gamma ramps or gamma squeezes that we're gonna have that we're gonna see in a while. Okay, there's absolute reason here to believe that price action is going to continue to the upside. I'm already looking at further targets on the SPY towards the upside, and if there's upside on the SPY, then that means there's current support for GME and AMC. All right, now let's further the analysis here and take a look at. I know there's a lot of people talking about the monthly time frame, but not everybody has noticed this shit though. Check it out. Let's block the visibility here from the fucking drawings. First of all, just get that out of the way, right? Look at this. This is your inverted hammer here on the monthly. We just closed it, by the way. This monthly candle has officially closed as of Friday, right? So now we closed it as a massive hammer candle. That's what everybody's saying. The inverted hammer. That's cool. But they're not noticing this. Let's zoom in even closer. Let's zoom in even further and take a look at the prior month candle right here. Holy shit. What is that? Guys, That is called a massive bullish engulfing. This month, the one that we just closed, it is now engulfing the prior red body of the prior month. You want me to get closer? Take a look at it. Here's the month that we just closed. There's the prior month. And let's zoom out and take a look at that fucker, right? Look at this. I don't know what you call that, but that is one of the most monumental bullish engulfings that I've seen in my entire life. Not only that, it's also an inverted hammer. So what is that called? Well, the Arca Bulls trading team already put a fucking name to that, and that's called a bullish buy formation breakout. Guys, know this, that there's going to be absolute fuckery in the price. There's going to be a lot of messing around in the price, and I want you to be careful. Okay, usually, I'm telling you this about 70% of the time, when you close one candle, that candle tends to retrace. But per our analysis about 1 or 2 days ago, we said, yes, we got this closure, but the problem is that the price action here, we kind of closed within that 50% of the whole candle itself already. So we're not up here, so we can 50% retrace and then bounce to the upside. So I said that there could be a good reason or a good enough... there could be a good enough reason here for us to just push to the upside from here. If you don't believe me, go ahead and watch the video. I posted it 2 days ago. It's public. I'm not actually speaking out of my ass here, so I'm telling you that there's good enough reason for us to just take it from here and go up to around what? To around what? If we said that we're opening at $23 or $20 come Monday, we have a current ATR monthly range of $11.26. So I said we may realize those $11.26 faster than you think. And where are we now? We're already 90% that move on the monthly. We're doing good. Guys, we are observing the markets together. Okay? I want you to make sure that you can at least get into a group or someone that you've been back testing or forward testing, right? So that you can be able to look at these things together. The supportive way is the best way here. Because if you try to do this on your own, yeah, you'll be successful. It'll be all good. But having the support from a backing system is great. Consider the ones that we have. Join at that link that I just included here in the chat for YouTube. Join that link at Discord. I want to see you in the fucking trade tomorrow. I want to see you there at my time, 6 a.m. sharp. Let's make sure to evaluate the markets. Let's make sure to take on every opportunity that our capital markets have allowed for us to take advantage of. Why? Because we're going to bank off every fucking move that's going to the upside, just like we did on Friday to the downside and then to the upside come market end. Let's do it again and again and again. If you have the balls, join. Let's go. All right, you guys. So what are the nearest targets here for us to evaluate? Yes, guys. No shit, right? We're going to create a gamma ramp here because we have a $20 strike that's currently in the money by $8. So that means that price action may actually open in the money. If you didn't notice the post that came out from Roaring Kitty, which by the way, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of post it up right here. And I want to speculate on this just a little bit, okay? Take a look at that. For those of you who really don't know what that is, this is a reverse Uno card. Do you remember in these videos where he posted, "When I move, you move"? You know that song, "When I move, you move," just like that, right? This is potentially one of those. This is potentially one of those signals, and price action right now is absolutely ripping to the upside. In fact, it got stopped from trading. So what does that tell you? That 3.2 million participants are in the fucking money. Let's go. This thing is probably going to rip, guys. Having the support from the SPY, having the support from the broader markets, this thing is probably going to rip to the upside. Check this out, team. We have a massive 321 people watching in the stream right now. I absolutely love it. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and more importantly, join the Arca Bulls trading team immediately so we can get this thing going, rolling out of the way. Guys, so we got the monthly candle giving us these targets. I want to express to you how the technicals are working here. A lot of people thinking that, you know what, the technicals, are they out of the question at this point? That is a valid question. Now, if you're able to see here, the run that we did to $80, well, this is $65 because we did it intraday. But pre-market, right? About 15 minutes, 20 minutes before market open, we hit $80, which was right about here. Look at the cursor right here. That's $80. If you see to the left, all the way up here, let's put $80 right next to it, right? Down, 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 right here. That's $80. That 120.75, that's where the $500 mark was the last time. Remember that the price changed because there's been a stock split. So this is why the price action is not reflecting the $500 previous target that there was there. This means that with a fraction of the volume that we did from the last time, as you can observe right here, look at that little green bar. You know what? Let me just go ahead and make sure that it is visible. Check this out. It is hitting now. Mainstream media, Market Watch just posted Roaring Kitty post appears to show a big stake in GameStop. Guys, it is now showing in mainstream media. Just like it did, very similar to the fucking last time this thing ripped to the upside. This is what it's doing now. I want to make sure to see more likes on this fucking video. We just hit over 400 viewers. I want to make sure that this thing gets to everybody so that we can prep the levels, so that we have our brackets, we have our sell side targets, that we know what the potentials are going to be here. Because guess what? I have stats showing you further upside targets. I'm going to bring them to you here, and I'm also going to be looking them over during the trade come tomorrow in the Arca Bulls trading team. So make sure to join as soon as possible. I'm going to leave it here, right? Anyway, team, so that volume here, I'm going to go ahead and point it out to you, all right? Let's go ahead and work on the colors here, right? This is how it goes, right? Let's put in the red volume there too, because it doesn't even fucking matter, the red volume. All right, here we go. So check this out. This is the volume expressed here to reach what we did just recently at 90%. Here's the $80 target that we did, right? Look at the volume that happened there in order for us to get to that $80 target. Are you telling me that this is over? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. But guess what did happen, though? If we scale back, let's go ahead and take a look at this in a more granular level, right? Let's just see what happened here. So, it looks like we had a wave one pullback. Looks like wave one was right here, $1.65, which could be equivalent to around $3, right? $35 back in the day. Then price action pulled back. Then it had wave number two, all the way to $4, which could have been the equivalence of around $13 to $15 GME, maybe even $20. Then it pulled back, and then it had wave number three. Well, it appears to me as though we are on wave number one right now. So if shit proves right here, geometrically speaking, the next upside target on this could be in the $100 range. Now, what could that actually be, though? Let's put it down to practice. Let's see if we can speculate absolutely with geometrics what some of those topside targets could be. What we're going to do here is take a geometric level from the swing high of this area here at $16 to the swing low down here at $9.95, right when the Arca Bulls team was telling you that this thing was about to go to $20, which it did. Let's take a look what that geometric level could be bringing to us today. We set this swing high to this swing low. Let's apply it in an unnatural format and inversely to price action to see if it even reaches up to that target. Well, guess what? It actually doesn't reach, but it did reach the $80 target that we hit already. Very curious. So that means that we need to take a larger bound. Why don't we take it from this resistance here? I'm doing it on purpose. I want you to observe how I take a look at this, okay? Next upside target. Here it is. From this swing high to this swing low, what are the upside targets now? So you're catching the 3 spot 618 between the 4 spot 236 at around $92.71 to $135.64. And what is our top end right here? We have 120. That high, I'm not kidding, 120.75. The 3 spot 618 is a golden mean. This is a very natural area for us to resist, but we're pocketing right in the middle. This is potentially the target that I'm observing here in the more immediate short term. We're going to go ahead and take a look at AMC right after GME. Give me another 5 minutes here, and we're going to make sure to get this taken care of. Darius, thank you so much, brother. All right, so Stefano, what you saying, brother? Saying thanks, Arca, for the great analysis. My brother, you are very welcome. I want to make sure that we're doing this together. I want to make sure to express here as much knowledge as possible. Because guess what? Back in February of 2021, we weren't as good at traders as we are today, but we're fucking here in spite of that. And we're here because Ken Griffin taught us how to fucking do it. And guess what? I made sure to study him this entire time, and I've become myself a quantitative trader, a systematic trader, and an algorithmic trader based on the very systems that he builds. And now I'm building them, and now I'm getting institutional offers, but I'm right here in front of fucking retail, opening up the floodgates on those short sellers and on those fucking algorithms. I build those fuckers myself now. You fucking can too. And this is the way we're gonna make this shit happen from here on out. Because they opened the gates on us. We now know how to fucking do it. They should have stayed quiet. They should have never hit the pause button, right? They should have never hit that fucking stop button because now we're here. We have the fucking algos to build this shit now. Let's go. All right, you guys. Stupid Bitcoin. I love you, buddy. By the way, Stupid Bitcoin is a massively brilliant person. I just got to do a quick shout out right here to my dude, right? Sebastian Lim, Seb Lim, giving me a nice donation, right, buddy? He's actually one of my analysts too. Small cap specialist, right? This guy is an absolute brilliant man, and he's bringing to us great plays. I love you, buddy. Thank you so much for all you do for the team. Guys, let's go ahead and continue on the analysis here and see what that thrust is looking at, right? Because we popped up volatility in linear, right, versus stochastic momentum. Let's go ahead and take a look at this in a shorter time frame and see what's up, right? Here we go. The 6-hour time frame before. Guys, this is before we noticed the price action starting to move up today based on the highly speculative yeah, you know what? I want to make sure that YouTube, you're seeing my chart, right? Let me see. We're good, right? YouTube, you're seeing my chart? Okay, good. All right, good. And also Discord, you're seeing my chart too? Good deal. All right, we're good. Okay, so again, here we go. This was just before we got the price action today from Roaring Kitty's post, which is the inverse Uno card, right? That is telling us that we already had a massive upside opportunity, and this contraction could be related to the releasing of short bias traders. So if we're decreasing volatility, that means that the short volatility is now starting to diminish. So when you start to get diminishing short activity, what happens to the price? They're buying back at that whatever the lit market has. So they're buying at that moment. That means price action is going to lead to higher highs. So we're getting that decrease of volatility with upside stochastic momentum. Statistically speaking, that has a great shot for a continuation to the upside. This is absolutely massive. We already have the back tests here for further upside targets. Okay, you guys, but I want to make sure that you guys are ready to look at things like that, okay? I'm telling you here, yes, there is the potential of hitting above $125. In fact, I'm actually reading about 108, okay? It's hard for me to be able to give you these targets just like that, because when I give these targets like that, I get an immediate amount of FOMO. I don't want you to FOMO. I want you to make sure to practice price action the way that it is. Volatility is the day trader's best friend. And guess what? I'm not only a day trader, but I am also short bias. I will never short a meme stock, though. That's a fucking idiot move. To be honest, I think that's a way for you to lose infinitely. But I am bidirectional, right? I can make sure to trade markets, make money sideways, make money upways, and make money downwards. Okay, so this is why I'm telling you that we have levels to go through. I don't want you to just FOMO anywhere in here because I know where the short sellers are going to enter because I am one. I can express to you what those targets are because that's where I would do it too. And if it's where I would do it, and if I'm seeing it, a million other fuckers are seeing it too. And I want you to be ahead of the game because I'm on the long side in this time around. I want to make sure that the long has the absolute opportunity to get into bigger targets from here. Because I am very upset at how the financial markets have been treating the equality here. It's not even. It's not balanced well. It's a shit show. It's a shit show. And I want you to have the advantage as a long. So that's why I'm here. Because I don't give a shit to tell you what it is. All right, you guys. So let's take a look at the immediate short. Somebody give me the price for right now. Somebody give me the price for GME. Did it stop, or is it continuing, or is it still in that same price where we kind of closed it off on? Right, Interactive Brokers just closed off the price on it. So Sebastian Lim is telling me that it completely stopped. Wow, and it closed in a high. What was the target again? Where it stopped? Let's plot it here. Let's see what's up. So 27.58 is where that price stopped. Okay, so let's put it in here. 27, you know what, this should be okay right about here. Okay. Hold on just a sec. Yeah, we're going to plot it out, and we're going to make the plan against that price. All right, here we go. This is the price where it ended up, right? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're about 5 points up. And they halted. Yeah, John Wheaton is telling me that they halted it. Flow Rider, 27.58. Steve locked at 27.58. How You Fly, 27.58. Okay. Flow Rider telling me, okay, good. Everybody's saying that it stopped. How You Fly is saying that it stopped. Jersey Recycler, let's see, Kraken, NVOS, Kit, BRSH, AGRI. That's another one that we're hearing a lot about, right? AGRI. NVOS, another one, guys. That ticker, man, I already have it plotted out for you. You have no clue the targets I have on that shit, and we are absolutely long. By the way, the Arca Bulls team was ahead of the game, and we're already long that. Long before this upside. So let's go ahead and make sure to get inside of this team immediately. Susan Michaels, what is up, my girl? Saying everyone donate a little bit. It helps the Arca Bulls team. Guys, I can promise you that. Every little bit that you donate, of course, it funnels right into the Arca Bulls team, to our master students, to the traders, so that we can make sure to continue on a positive route into a winning route. Let's get those portfolios up and running, right? Okay, so we're sitting at $27.58. Let's plot it out from here. Okay, so if we had a continuation to the upside right now, we already did. So now it's an upside continuation, but this time it's not on the release of short-sided traders. This is now on the continuation of upside traders. So now the long bias or the buy-side conviction has entered the market, and this means that there could be a shift even in this immediate short-term time frame stochastic momentum indicator. Okay, that upside bias is now going to be pivoted with a more aggressive pivot. Why? Because we're going to get this 6-hour closure just a couple hours after Euro Open today. My time, that's going to be 1 a.m. That's going to be 4 a.m. Eastern time. So wait a couple hours. By the time, let's see, it would be about U.S. equities is going to be at their pre-market, so it's going to be 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Give it around that time. This pivot is going to be massively showing an upside pivot, and we're absolutely going to get a shift of volatility towards an upside. Remember, for those of you who don't understand volatility, I want you to understand it, right? Because this is what's going to be your trigger for continuing options trades on this. All right, volatility expansion is good for your delta, is good for your IV, is good for your gamma, okay? Specifically for your Vega and IV. Volatility contraction is no good for your implied volatility gamma or delta, okay? Know the Greeks and your options. This is the way you're going to be able to multiply bigger and bigger runs into that upside. There's a massive open interest on those June strikes, right? The $20 strike in June. There's a massive open interest there. So that means that volatility in that options contract is going to be absolutely berserko. It's going to go bananas come Monday. I want you to be ready for that, okay? Because there's likely going to be pullbacks into this. Where's the pullback range? Let's identify that now. All right. Let's pull up here the immediate short-term time frame. We're going to use we're going to use the 4-hour instead. It's something a little more known, right? Okay. So the pullback targets, I want you to observe here some tiny little gaps that we have, right? This is a gap right in here on the 4-hour. Not everybody is looking at those targets, but we are. And that's why you're here. I want you to benefit from these targets. Make sure to mark that shit off. Remember, this video is going to be recorded and it's going to be available for you even into tomorrow. If this is the time that you want to focus in on, then I'll go ahead and give you exactly the time that we're on right now so that you know where to revert to. We are at 56 minutes streaming right now. This is that area that you can benefit from. All right, you guys? So, let's see. My little 4-year-old is actually right next to me, right? He's asking me to take apart this little tiny Lego thing, and he's asking me for a candy. Guys, I'm a normal person. I am a normal dude. Say I love you to everybody. Say I love you. Say it again.
I love you.
That's it, buddy. Thank you so much. You heard it right there, you guys. That's my little 4-year-old boy right next to me watching us do our damn thing here together. I'm a normal person, you guys. I am short biased, but I'm doing this so I can make sure that my kids have a roof over their fucking heads, and I'm making sure that every one of you can also do it the same way so that you can maintain a roof above your kids' heads and your family and your loved ones. I knew that if I did that, there was going to be absolute love from the Arca Bulls trading team. I absolutely love everybody in here. Please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and make sure. I know, guys, I know. He's just my little guy in here, man. And please make sure to join the Arca Bulls trading team because, yes, it does help the Arca Bulls trading team, but it also keeps a roof above my little guy's head. Right, you guys? But, yes, that's my little boy. He's 4 years old. He's just hanging out with daddy right here, hearing him ramble, right? No noise outside. He's like, what the heck is going on, man? Who's he getting pissed at? Right? He's not getting pissed at nobody. He's just making sure that the alliance is together. Here you go, baby. Ouch. Uh-oh. There we go. Give it a kiss. Give it a kiss. Good job. Here, have some candies. Yeah. All right, you guys. Thank you so much, everybody, for being patient with me, right? While I give my little guy here some candy. He brought up a fruit roll-up. Right? I apologize, team. Right? I can't ignore my little guy. He's just a little bit hungry, right? We're just going to give him a little bit of he just finished his chicken, by the way. So don't start saying things. He finished a good meal, right? He had some veggies too. Right? Now we're going to give him some candy. Fruit roll-ups, he said. I want the cherry one. So we got him the cherry. Now let's continue on the analysis. All right, you guys, here we go. I love you guys. That's right, TR family. Family is first. Nick, I love you, buddy. Thank you. And Financial Revolution saying this will be in the history books. That is a guarantee. Financial, I absolutely love that, man. I hope that it is, man. I hope that we echo through the times, right, to make sure that retail is sticking out for each other, that we learn to be the traders that we are today in spite of the things that have been happening to us over the span of 3 years and arguably even more, right? We know that the naked synthetic shares, all this stuff was introduced in the early 90s in a very, very minuscule way, but it is there, and we are now knowing how to combat that. We're now knowing how to trade amongst it and live with it, despite the fact that they choose to still keep it going. We are going to know how to continue to survive here. Guys, there are now over 400 people viewing right now. Make sure to hit that like button. I want to see it above 200. I absolutely love it. Chad Yunkin, my buddy, thank you for your dono. And my brother, Josh Sty, coming in with a fat dono, $49, $50. This is Stick Vicious giving you that reminder call. What is up, y'all? Battle. Guys, thank you so much. And yes, guys, this is actually, guess what, man? A lot of people have been asking me about NVOS here as well. But I do think that we have an advantage coming in with several tickers, guys. Not only GME and AMC is something that I'm expecting here for a continuation. I do expect even some small caps to get a push to the upside, guys. And I will tell you this: I can't go over that NVOS ticker and the AGRI tickers. I can't go over them here live with you in video posts. Why? Because those tickers don't have as big a community as GME and AMC do. Now, if I put these threads of analyses out to you, I guarantee you that I have short sellers watching me and they want to play the levels that I'll put out for you. So I'm going to tell you right now that I can't do it. But what I will do is I will fucking show it inside of the private Discord. So join that shit up because I have some more levels to talk to you about there. And that's my honest truth. I'm not trying to shill it. I swear on everything, I'm not trying to shill it. But that really is the area where I show it. That really is the area where I tend to put out these plays, and we tend to benefit from, right? Battle, I got you. I completely got you, dude. And thank you so much for that reminder. I love, man, that we can support each other, retail in specific, right? This is absolutely massive, guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming on out. Yes. Oh, yeah. We got to go over those resistance levels as well. Battle, I don't know where that chat is, but I'm just going to send it to you right in a text, right? Because I can't do it right now. All right. So anyway, now the resistance levels here that we were looking at on the 4-hour chart. Yes, we just identified an area that not a lot of people are looking at. right? We have a gap here in the 4-hour time frame consistent to these targets here. 36.90 to 40.35. Keep an eye on that, okay? Mark them off. This video will be presented to you. It will be recorded, and it'll still be there. Options. I cannot hear you at all. Okay. All right. So if we have further upside targets to evaluate on this, let's go back to that inverse head and shoulders to see if those targets are in line. Okay. Yes. So 31.11. Let's go back here to that immediate short term and plot that to 31.11, right? We had it right about here. Okay. Resistance levels to wait for. Here we go. 31.80 to about 33.18. Okay, I'm going to mark it off right there. There is likely a pullback from that zone. We make our way up, get that pullback. 27.58 is now a key area for us. 27.58 is also a range. Let me give you that range now. 25.45 to 27.58 is the range. The split between is going to be right at 26.48. Let me see. 26.56, okay? So let's put that right in there. The bounce will happen from that point. There could be a continuation to the upside into this gap here. Whether it's going to be the top side of the gap or the bottom side of the gap, I don't know. But the likelihood is that it'll be the bottom side of the gap. Get the gap resistance. Come back into this zone in here. Right about that 33.13, about 31.80, the space in between. Then this is another area, right, for support, and this will likely continue on to the upside. What am I doing here? What I'm doing here is giving you the areas of retracement so that you can understand the opportunities for you to be able to get long the stock on a pullback. What I can tell you is that price action tends to revert back to its earlier prices. Yes, this thing has a massive, long opportunity. But I'm here to give you these levels so that you know where it could be an area for you to enter. It's guys, we're hours and hours away from tomorrow's price action. The guys in the Arca Bulls trading team, the people in the Arca Bulls trading team will benefit the hardest from this, right? They'll benefit from the hardest from this. So I can't tell you that it's going to be completely right. This changes at every single moment. But what I have noticed is that we've had great success even with the analysis that we've been looking at together from the night before, even in the weekend before, into the following days of the trade. Okay, so just with heavy discretion, know that I am giving you levels, but I also want you to be aware. Just in case you're not able to join the Arca Bulls team, there's the link in the chat I just provided for you. Right, sorry, that's not the one. Sorry, that's not the one. That's guys, do you have a link for the Discord? Let's see, where do I have one right? I think I have one right over here. Yeah, the candy, baby. Did you eat it? Good deal. Oh, yeah, I have the other half of the candy here, baby. Come here. I can give it to you. Why don't you tell the team one more time? Tell them you love them. Say, I love you.
I love you.
Yeah. Guys, that's my little boy coming up in here. He said, you got the other half of my candy, daddy. Yeah, that's red, baby. He's telling me that the computer's flashing red. The guys, it is, I'm not joking. The computer is literally flashing red right now because it's so fucking hot. I got the AC burning on it right now. He's looking at it. He's like, daddy, red. That's because the Arca Bulls trading team is out of control, buddy. All right. The little guy just wants his candy. That's all he wants here, guys. So just bear with me just a second. I want to make sure that I can peel it off of this damn plastic, man. I chose the wrong candy for this guy, bro. My goodness, man. Getting this thing to peel off of that plastic is almost impossible sometimes. Jeez. Or is it the fact that we're on fire and we're giving the analysis right now for GME? Could that be it? Yeah, something tells me that's probably it. But guys, anyway, yes. So guys, remember the targets that I'm giving you. Yes, they could still be valid into tomorrow. We don't know if this thing's gonna open up at $30 or you know what? Here's an idea. Here's an idea for you all. Let's put a scenario down. A couple scenarios though. Let's just say that the gap, that the stock gaps down. So then we'll put the targets on a gap down. Let's just say that the stock gaps up. We're gonna put the supports on a gap up. And let's just say that the stock gaps up massively. So then we'll put the supports on a massive gap up. Let me get some A's in the chat. If that sounds like a better idea, instead of charting it around the targets that we have presently right now. Let me throw those A's in the chat if that is a better idea. Because right now I'm just finishing up the splitting of my little boy's candy. Huh? Yeah, thank you. But he said thank you. You're welcome, baby. You're welcome. All right. All while he's watching these little colorful animals on his YouTube Kids. Yeah, we support YouTube Kids too, right? So throw those A's in the chat if that's a good idea for you or what. Are we going to be able to observe the targets here from 3 different scenarios or what? It's looking like it's already a positive reaction towards that scenario, right? We'll put down, well, you know what? So that we don't take up too much time from the family, let's go ahead and do about 3 different scenarios. We're going to do the massive gap up, the gap up, and the gap down, and that's how we'll be able to put together the support levels from those targets. So, I know that you guys are aware of the targets to the upside. For those of you who are very familiar with how the price action moves for GME, give me the massive gap up target. Where do you think this thing could open realistically? Don't give me like $1,000. Don't give me that. Realistically, what target do you think it'll gap up from? And if it is a realistic target, we'll put it in and we'll start charting it from there. And then we'll put on the second scenario and the third scenario. Sebastian Lim giving me $36. Mark Roach, 2 of my analysts are very, very close to each other. $31. 3 of my analysts now, right? Ian Tucker, buddy, I love you, giving me $35 as well. Those, what about you guys? Do you guys agree with the 35, 36, 31 around there? Because I think that the 31 target could be a gap up already. Like without even being without it being like so crazy. TR is giving me $50. Steve giving me 32. Lemon Pie 28. Drew giving me 38. Steve, let's see. ESR giving me 32. Andy 29. LGBM giving me 35. Chris Love 34. Flow Rider 31. I see Miguel 69. Spike TV giving me 44. 35. John Ross. Hey John, good to see you. 35. Dev Ryder, what's up, my buddy? Giving me 80. You know what? And remember, this is the massive gap up. We want to know what the target is. The targets are going to be here on the massive gap up, right? But realistic numbers, that is. Chimzilla giving me 31 or 32 makes sense. You know what? There is a lot of rhyming around those targets there. Batter giving me 34. Daniel Perez giving me 80. Mike G, 36.50. Marky Mark with 33. Okay. Steve, 52 would be, yeah. Zoe giving me 45. Darius, 31. Okay, so Ziggy is saying, okay, higher, there's more to this move of the arcade showing his position, in my humble opinion. Okay, I gotta agree, right? So I have already, I can see that you guys are being kind of, I see that you guys are being safe about it. You're being realistic about it. So I think we have enough targets in this entire thread here to identify what the massive gap up versus the midpoint and the potential gap. Okay, how about this? I know that we don't really want to talk about this, but now that we have the upper bounds, I'm looking at that you're going to get your 32 to about $38 level on average, right? Then we have the 50s and then we have the 80s. So we do have 3 scenarios there already based on your replies. Now, what about this is going to be the shitty part, but we have to know this. But before we do it, know this. If there is a current gap down on the price, the usual behavior for a stock when it gaps down is to perform a gap up. So it's going to come back and revert to close the gap to the upside. And usually when that happens, there is also something called a gap and go. So it opens gap down, right? It closes the gap and then it goes. So now, just in case we're getting in a situation like that, what is our worst case scenario? Where are we opening on a gap down? Let's go ahead and get that scenario so then we could plot out the targets based on that. Let me know now. Go ahead and include them in the chat. What is the worst case scenario gap down? Remember that the market closed post-market $22.91 on Friday, and we're currently sitting at $27.58, where market halted just about an hour ago. or about an hour or two ago, whatever that was. So, okay, so Mark Roach giving me a target of about 1875. TR, that is actually a good range, the 31 to 50. I will say that that's pretty, I like it. Steve Wicks, I'm going to tell you what I think for sure. Now, Spike TV is saying around $20. Okay. Chris's Concert Corner, let's see, gap down to $20. Yeah, you know what? 20, of course. You know what? It is a pretty good guess, like you and Spike, right? Because the $20 target would be a psychological level. It's a nice round number. It is, breaking the solid, the tens, right? It's always a thing. So LGBM giving me 17, TR giving me 22.90. Damon, what's up, buddy? Giving me 18. Steve 17. Seb is giving me, I think 23 is the lowest. Steve Wicks, I'm buying more below 22, and I'm sure others will too. Yeah. Marky Mark said 69 gap down. Let's go. John Ross said 22. KS Beck giving me 1990. Okay. All right. So, yeah, everybody's within the same realm. This is the beauty of doing it together. Now, I'm going to introduce you to something, guys, because we have so many viewers right now. We can use each other as an indicator. And not everyone uses these things. Not everyone uses these things, but I can show you how to benefit from it. How about this? Check this out. Let's do this. We're going to start a poll here. And we're going to look at AMC and the targets based on this thesis as well. Okay? Here we go. I'm typing it in for you right now. Let's say, will GME close above 36 tomorrow? Let's go ahead. It's just a simple yes or no. Go ahead and submit your votes. And let's go ahead and put another, we're going to put another poll on here for AMC as well, because we need to know those targets. Okay, so, yeah, submit your votes as soon as you come in, you guys. Make sure to submit that vote immediately, and we'll go ahead and know and use ourselves as an indicator to potentially identify what the targets could be leading into tomorrow. You can see that we're all reacting. We're all behaving in a similar, what I'm doing here is I'm performing, it's kind of like a statistical analysis, right? This is the way we're doing it. So if we have a plot like this, and we are observing here that there could be, oh, no more, baby. We're done. Play with your toys. I can't give you too much candy. I love you. Yeah, give me 5 minutes. We'll do some candy. Hopefully you forget. All right. So all of these things that you're giving me, all of these targets, right, that you're giving me, I'm starting to identify as an area of a mean reversion, right? Just something like this. This is the area that would be concentrated as a mean, right? Statistically, this is all the samples that we're getting. Everybody talking about as low as $16 or 15, whatever that was. Everybody talking about as high as like $80, and the numbers as low as whatever it was. So we're plotting. This could be the plot, right? And we get to identify what the center is based on everybody's reaction. So this is what I'm doing, right? It's just a statistical graph to understand where the mean reversion could be, or the mean could be located within all of the samples that we're gathering together. So this is the way I'm doing it. It's behavioral, right? So I guys, just, by the way, I didn't get the greatest grade on math in high school, but when my son was dying 2 years ago at 2 years old, he had very low iron. I was broke out of my 3 years ago, right? I was broke out of my fucking mind, and I didn't even know how to trade. But when I learned how to trade, it was because of what Ken Griffin showed. He had quantitatives. He had mathematical analysts. So I naturally became a mathematical quant. I started teaching myself how to do statistics. My daughter came up to me and said, "Here, Dad, I actually have my AP stats book from high school, right? Because she had just graduated. I'm 38 years old, right? and I started learning statistics for the first time. So I taught myself stats. And then I taught myself some physics. And then I taught myself some code. And now I'm developing algorithms, and I'm teaching you how to do it. So using the data that you guys have just provided, I'm identifying here what the probabilities could be, right? So we're gonna now Let me just go ahead and get rid of all this stuff right here, right? What we're gonna do is now put in those levels, and we're gonna plot the path here. All right, so let's go ahead and do it. Check this out. 1 minute ago, Reuters, GameStop set to jump as Reddit post shows $116 million bet. Bloomberg News, guys, it's hitting mainstream and it's hitting it big time. This is absolutely powerful. I love what we're watching here together. All right, so let's plot them out. We're going to use the mean. We're going to use the split in between everybody's reaction here. Did we get the bottom of the price, right? We're talking around $18 to $21 was the pullback. Sebastian Lim said 23.2, one of my analysts. So if we do get that pump to the upside, let's use the split. Let's say, for example, this thing just goes anywhere between 36 to 42 bucks, right? So we'll gap up into the resistances that we were already looking at. So let's just say that we did gap into this zone right here. What is the pullback and what is the increase in price? How are we able to determine that? Okay, so remember, at the close of every major time frame, 1 hour candle, 2 hour candle, 3 hour candle, 4 hour candle, there is a 72% probability that you will get a 50% retrace on that candle. It even behaves like this during squeezes. It is important for us to know these little details because we need to know how hard an asset can move. Okay, so if we retrace on the first hour, which is going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern time, that's going to be the close of your hourly candle. Retrace if it gaps up, if it opens up at 36 and we go up to $40, the retrace will be 50% that candle, which means that you'll come back to the area of about $38. $38 will be the next move, meaning that it would go like this. Scenario 1, we open up at 36. We go up 4 points and resist at 40. The 50% pullback would be 38 bucks. $38 would be the long aggressive entry. Right? Hi, baby. Yeah, it needs a charging, baby. So we'll get that pullback here to 38 bucks. You long that aggressive opportunity. Know that there's still a possibility to 100% retrace at 37 bucks or 36. It's okay. But know that there's a usual 50% pullback that candle. So we move 7, right? Then we're going to go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. That's going to be 1 p.m. Eastern time. We'll get the 4-hour close. The 4-hour close, let's say that price action ended up going to about the areas of the $50 zone. $50 zone. This is including 2 ATRs of a daily time frame. We have $497 right now, but the price action is doubling as we speak, and the attention is also doubling as we speak, so we can mathematically assume that the price can double on an average true range day to day. So if price action doubles, that means that the 4-hour time frame would also double. $50. $50 will get the close, and then there's a 50% retrace that 4-hour candle. The 4-hour candle opened here, retraced 50% because of the hourly candle, then it goes up to 50 bucks. What's the 50% retrace? It's $44. Okay? $44 comes in. Let me show you. $44 comes in with the probability, of course, a shorter probability, 20%, to retrace 100 back to 40. But the 50% is 44. You long the 44. Your next resistance level from here would be 61.13 to about 64.40. This area pulls back in the following hour. Then you retrace 50% that hour, and you can get long again 53.23. Do you see how I'm working the price here? There are levels to this. There is a way to practice this, okay? So let's go ahead and mark them off. Just like this, just like this, and just like this. We're going to put numbers to these. Now remember, FOMO has a lot to do with this. Psychological components move price exponentially. There is no official measurement to that behavior, but there are geometric levels that we can use for behavior. What the price action I gave you here could be realized in one day, but it is also up to the sentiment to push this and thrive further. If we are able to manage this via geometrics, let's try it. Let's see if we have any confluence or any rhyming with the price action with those targets. We're looking for the 272s and the 618s. Okay, so the target that we were speaking of here before we pull back was around $49.81 or $50. We get this top side and we pull back into this area of the 50% at around 53.33. These two zones here, let me go ahead and mark them off so you can see what we're doing. I did this on purpose so that you can see that geometrics play a role naturally into human behavior, not by statistics or by technicals. So, here's one more, baby. Here we go. Look. You can peel these out. You can peel these out. You can have that candy. Look. Here you go. See these? That's all you. Take a bite. There you go. All right. So, let's go ahead and draw that. Let's go ahead and draw that bound right in there. By discretion, I was able to draw these two areas here as a top price action, and guess where the 50% of that return is? Look at the 50% on that 2-spot 618 golden mean. I did not do this by a pre-planned thing. I came on this stream because Roaring Kitty's dumbass decided to put up this inverse Uno card, and I'm like, holy fuck, this thing is going to go to the moon. Now we got to start putting up the targets together for the upside. So I'm going to go ahead and show these guys like what I'm seeing. I didn't plan anything. I'm trying to give my kid some candy next to me, and I just plotted out to perfection the freaking 2-spot 618 at 51.60 without even looking. Guys, this is the way price action tends to behave, okay? I'm not telling you that it's God. I'm just telling you that it's behavioral, that this is the way that we behave. Look at the 2-spot 272. I marked it off perfectly. My line here is, look at my line, okay? This is the teal line, 44.80, 2-spot 272, 44.83. Look at my top side target here. I said that if we open up at $36, we'll likely go to 40.35. Look at the 2 fib at 40.15. We are behaving with geometrics the way that we should be behaving. These are behavioral anomalies. We do them naturally. This is the way we do it naturally, guys, day in and day out. And guess what? I put algorithms against this too. I've back tested this. And now I'm forward testing it to see if my own bias shows it, and it's showing it. I don't need much to be able to do this. You do this on your own. Everybody does this on their own. But guess who knows these targets too? That's right. The institutions know these targets as well. So we know where to not take profit and where to go in. This is why at the critical levels, we resist and we wait for the 50% pullback, not on the fucking target, right? Because we don't take the entry here. We wait for the 50% and we come in at the 618. This is why we practice the way we do, because we're not going to get hunted by the stock by these institutions, because we know how to move the price. We know how to behave this the right way. And by the way, to those of you who saw me come into to Astro's live stream a little bit earlier, hello to you here. I was actually just trying to bring some attention to the homeboy, right? I was trying to see, dude, I told him, hey, bro, I just want to make sure that we can bring some more attention into your channel, just like you did before when I was learning. I loved watching your shit before, right? So I threw him a dono, supporting the cause, right? He's an intelligent dude. I just wanted to give him here a little bit of a dono so I can share some upside with him as well. But he actually didn't acknowledge it or reply to it. I don't even think he read it, right? So it's all good. It's all good, man. It doesn't matter. We're here. But I appreciate everybody for coming on by. Make sure to hit that like button as you come in. And let's go ahead and take a look at that poll and see where we're at. All right. So I'm going to give you guys 10 seconds to close the poll. Make sure to submit your vote within these next 10 seconds. And we're going to get the targets just for GME tomorrow. Okay. So 10, 9, 6, 4, 2, and 1. And let's go ahead and end that poll right now. And let's take a look at the targets that we have for tomorrow, right? It's actually the close. Check this out. Will GME close above $36 tomorrow? It says yes, 80%. 19% said no. This was based on 226 votes coming in. So now you can see where the bias is landing within 226 people. That's large enough for us to get guess what? Statistics. use about 140 iterations to create true behavior. We just noticed right here 226 iterations saying yes. Not saying that it's a statistical target. I'm just saying that there is a good probability that we close above $36 tomorrow, seeing that the sentiment said yes. And this is a large bit of sentiment in the immediate short, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at now the second scenario. We're going to do the massive gap up. Let's just say that we were to gap up. You know what? We're going to go ahead and use a new chart on this. Scenario number 2, massive gap up. And let's take a look at AMC's as well. Let's bring up the hourly chart, put this on log. And we're going to use the massive gap up scenario number 2 to identify what the targets are for retrace. Scenario number 2 is that we open at $60, right? Let's say that this is the massive gap up. We're opening at $60. We'll mark it off right here, right? Okay. So the pullback zone, I'm scared to tell you this, right? I'm scared to tell you this, but the pullback zone probabilities are also 27.58 because we just gapped up. But likely, price action won't do that. If anything, there could be a spike to 42.55. Okay? A spike down. Immediate take profits because a lot of people are going to be instantly in the green come Monday open. I mean, big ass in the green. So there will be take profits and there will be longs waiting to pick up the slack, and then they're going to ride it back to the upside. Because that's typically what happens on a gap day, gap up day. You pull back. Remember what I told you. You're gap down, you're going to gap up. You're going to close that gap to the upside. So now that we have this gap to the upside, right, we may leave it blank because there is a critical resistance here, prior support, at around the areas of 42.73. Okay, so if the 42.73 could be that spike down, that's cool. Let's just say it spikes down and recovers all the way back up to 60. What are our resistance zones from this level here? This tripled in price action, maybe quadrupled in price action. So if we're using multiples of that caliber, that means that we can also identify the further resistances into bigger numbers. The spikes could jump in from 60 to about 71.65. That's or 72.40. Sorry, that's going to be about a 12-point jump towards the upside. Why is that critical? Because on our last run, we had resistance right there. You know what? I have to adjust it right there. 72.14. We had resistance right here when we spiked up, came all the way back down, and came all the way back up. That's critical there. So let's put together the zone or the range within that top side. Here it goes. 67.95 to about 72.19. And let me zoom in and show you how powerful the 50% retrace is. Bam. Right here, 50% at the closing of this massive green candle. That was a candle that hit the $80 target. It closed right there as soon as it was done. Massive. Okay, so let's make sure to keep that in line here. We're going to put together that target too, okay, because we're over here in the price action. Let's make sure that we can plot this out so that we know our levels, okay? I'm going to give you the arrows and everything too. Here we go. There's that 50% at $70, right? It's the nice round number too. Let's put this one in there too, right? 72.08. And the one on the bottom side here. So there's no excuses here to what we're looking at. Okay. Now, remember that this is based on the massive gap up thesis. But I will say this. Into the future, these resistances will likely be valid again. When we do reach there, it probably will work out there too. Even if we gap down. This, given when price action returns into these levels, we'll be able to observe these targets again. Okay. So, we got the upper bound resistance levels. That means that if price action made that jump to the upside, we are resisting from these 3 levels. Okay? That means that the pullback would be back to the area of your opening. That would naturally be the place for us to observe. But it's not the only place. Why? Because we have this range here at this topside candle, 64.52. Let's plot it now. 64.52 to the bottom side of about $60.25. This is a range that's going to be practiced almost immediately, and it's going to be used in the 1-minute candles. It's going to be too fast. So This means that we'll get the upside probabilities to reach a massive resistance up here. We'll pull back and validate this range here for a continuation to the upside. This is where shit gets real. This is where it gets real. The resistance will happen anywhere between $80 to $86 or $87, around there. That resistance will happen, and we will pull back very hard there. Okay? That pullback can be located. Guys, I got to tell you this, okay? That may be a daily retrace. So I would not doubt if we reached $86 for price action to retrace 50% the daily candle to 42 and then explode beyond that target into the following day. This is where shit gets dangerous. When you start to reach that $80 target, that $70 target, do not FOMO. Do not enter that target there, because the pullback down to the 40s or 50s is going to be a higher probability at those levels. The swings are going to be intense. Let's go back. Let's take a look at what's happening back here in June or February of 2021 and look at it for yourself. I want you to see it on an hourly chart. Let's take a look at that run to $500. When we were running on that second phase, right? This is phase number 1. Pulled all the way the fuck back, right? Or sorry, it was the, this is the phase number 1. We pulled back. Phase number 2, okay? As we were running on phase number 2's upside, take a look at what price action did. This was us evaluating here at $15. Where are we going to open tomorrow, we say? We ended up opening all the way the fuck up at $22.63, right? This is us imagining that we're playing the next day. Price action ripped all the way beyond the pre-market high of $34.20, which is now what we observed at $27.58, whatever that was. We ripped beyond it all the way the fuck up to $40, and look at what the price action did. It came all the way down to $15 before it fucking ripped all the way to $60. I am not making this shit up. I am telling you how price action behaves. I want you to not get trapped when this shit runs to the upside. Don't fucking get trapped. Be patient. Make sure to wait for this shit to pull back. You got to be an aggressive trader. If you're not an aggressive trader, you will not survive this. We're going to get AMC right now. Samuel, hold up just a sec. All right? So, this is how price action behaves, guys. That's what I'm telling you. When you reach that $80 target, do not enter. I know it's going to itch. I know it's going to hurt. I know $400 is going to be in your minds. I'm not saying it was just a random ass number. Don't take that seriously. Okay? I know that this is going to start itching. Okay? Don't do it. Wait for it to pull back. Because $50 to $40 from 80 or 86 or 90 is fucking likely. It's likely. Okay, it's not up to me to tell you how that's going to happen, but it could happen. All right, you guys, this is that massive scenario. Guys, we're going to give a little bit of attention right now to AMC, so I need some participation right here from you as well. AMC, where are we at right now? Give me the targets. We're going to plot this out right now, and we're going to understand what the upside and the bottom is. Where did it close and where did it stop? I know that it's not trading the 24-hour markets. Travis is giving me $5.11. Let's see what's up. Brand new chart. Let's get AMC out of the way here. Let's make sure that we understand here what it's doing. Let's put this on log and start tracking it just that same way. All right. So, I need your participation here. One more time. How to Fly giving me 507. Okay, good. So let me just mark it off right here that we went to 507-ish, right? I know 511 with some people. It's all good. Okay. So I need your participation. First, let's get the targets in. What will be the massive gap up that we could experience on AMC? Be realistic, but make sure to give me the targets right now for the massive gap up. Where are we starting? Scenario number 1. Let's go ahead and get it in the chat. Start sharing those targets right now. Let me see where it's at. We can say, it's trading at around 511, right? So remember that we said that as soon as GME starts jumping into the $26 zone, that's the trigger for AMC's movement. We closed above that and AMC's reacting. So good. So AMC double digits tomorrow is what Nick is telling me. So okay. All right. So Angie Torres is telling me that we'll probably open up at around $10 as the massive gap up. right? We're going to do the massive gap up. We're going to do the regular gap up, right? And then we're going to have the gap down as well. Okay, check out the numbers coming in. Lemon Pie giving me $4.99. Spike TV $10. Chris's Concerts giving me $6.50 or gap up, right? Steve Wicks 7. Destiny $6.25. KSP giving me $6.50. ESR $8.14. How to Fly $11. Baby, come here. Let's see. Samantha H 11. Grateful Turkey 13. Omar 6. Lil LA 9. Flowrider $6.50. Siege 7. Steak and Gravy $5.50. Truck, what's up, man? 7. Angie $9.99. Okay. I'm seeing here Wicked giving me 14. Mark Roach $4.85. This is the massive gap up, right? Sebastian Lim, I'm thinking $5.80. Chimpzilla $6.50. The Saint $9.27. Joey Trivy, let's see, $12.27. How to Fly is giving me $11. Smokescreen $69. Samuel M is giving me $7.90. Okay, I see that there are some safe bets in here. So the massive gap up on this. Guys, it's always a way to observe this is by resistance. So let's just say, remember that we're at 507 right now, right? So this is going to be the gap up. So let's see, Samuel $7.90. Frank is giving me $7.35. D Rothschild is giving me $8. What? No 69 guesses. $6.90. All right. ESR, what's up, man? I have their. So what do you think? All right, you have their channel. Okay, I hear that. In my personal opinion, let's just say that this thing does gap up pretty massively. Let's take a look at your daily time frame, because AMC is a little more of a difficult one. So I am gonna give you guys that. I'm gonna give you that. All right, it's a little more difficult. So there is a critical resistance landing at about this 596. And there is a gap top of about $6.88. So if we pair the resistance of the 683 to this resistance bottom here, I would say that the massive unrealistic gap up could be 654. So if we did 654, it rhymes pretty well with what a lot of people are saying. So Chimpzilla 650, right? We're getting a $7 target from Samuel Lem. 735 even rhymes well from Frank Hill, right? Omar giving me 685. Candace, that's not bad. You're around the corner here, right? 685 from Omar. Yeah, so I'm thinking here that the massive gap up would be 654. Okay, so if we're gapping up, remember, we're gonna treat this the same way like we treated the asset before, GME. This is the massive gap up thesis. That means that there could be a spike down immediately, down to the close. So 508 or 507, 511, wherever it's at right now, marks off a key support. Okay, so gaps down, recovers. This is likely to perform the gap and go. So that means that we'll gap down, we'll gap up, clear it, and go. Okay, what's the resistance on the way up though? This has not been moving as big as GME, so we have to use historical price action to give us those levels of likely resistance. Here's your first level. Wait for it. 708 to the top side of about 754. That's going to be the zone where you want the resistance to come in. Once you get to that level, there is likely a pullback from this to validate your open or the gap low at 612. Wait for it, right? Then the break of this area, you have a very, very prominent resistance coming up at 872. We'll explain why in just a bit. Okay. Let's mark them off right here so that you guys know what we're looking at. This is going to be your massive gap up target, right? This is going to be the potential reversion based on that gap up, right? There's going to be a spike down, close that gap and continue. It may be 50% this target, 572 to around 584. It may be that, sure, but we're going to guess for the worst case scenario. So that gap up of the huge 654 gaps down to 510, then it rips to the upside, resists at this level here of around 653. Remember, the zone is actually located in here, though. Right? Just like this. You have your 50% right in here. Once you get that resistance in this area, you pull back into this zone here. Remember that there's a gap located in this area, okay? This is your bottom side of the gap here. It is a likelihood for us to face some support at that zone. Do not ignore these levels because they are critical. You make that, yes, you open the day up. Potential reversion, potential pump. You get the resistance at 711 to 753, pull back to 655 to 613, rip the upside. That's going to be the break of 753, and those are going to be where the traders that are called breakout traders, that's where they roll in. 754 breakout traders get in the market, and this thing rips to the next resistance, which we said is going to be at that 872. Why 872? Let's go ahead and look back in historical price action and identify this massive gap over here. That's your gap right in here. Massive, 872 to 1012. It is ignored the last time because of volatility, but that doesn't mean we're going to ignore it this time. This time around, we may have a bigger jet fuel, but we also may have a more say cautious trader. Okay, so get that rip to the upside here. The likelihood of resisting from this gap is going to be the closing basis of the candle, 872, or right up here at 941 at the 50% naturally. I won't tell you that we're going to gap up and close it first because that's not what statistics suggest. We usually resist at the gap top or the gap open. So I have to give you this zone first. Okay, let's mark them off. Guys, listen, again, I'm trying my best here to give you the levels that I'm observing with different scenarios, right? But that doesn't mean it's going to happen tomorrow. The levels that I'm giving you right now will eventually reach their fruition. They will be used at a certain point in time. But I want you to know when to take advantage of these things, okay? Why the fuck do I know this? Well, that's because I'm a fucking stock instructor. I'm a trading instructor. You reach out to me if you want to take advantage of the 5-week program, ArcMastersCourse at gmail.com, and I'm going to get you in there, okay? The seats are starting to take up. I can't take too many, so make sure to get in touch with me as soon as possible before I close enrollment on this. ArcMastersCourse at gmail if you want to take advantage of that 5-week program. Here we go. So, here's the next resistance. 939. We pull back to validate this area here. Okay? Be careful. Because this pullback here, we're talking about the 4-hour retracement. The 4-hour retrace places a 50% pullback into the 730 realm before we break and resist from this tiny high, 1014. The $10 mark is going to present a pullback all the way back down to potentially 613. Why would that be the case? Because we just spoke about it on GME. When you start reaching the all-time high, which, guys, not the all-time high in this case, the 52-week high, right? In GME is the $80, right? In AMC is $13.40. Pre-market, right? The pre-market $13.40 that it reached. So when we start reaching that $10 mark, that's right around the zone where we're going to start getting massive volatility towards the downside. Everybody's going to take advantage of that, take profit for the short term. Okay, $10 to about that top side of 1191, beware, because price action will pull back all the way. Let's see, from right here, around here, right? Price action will pull all the way down to the areas of around $6. Do not let go of 50% your profits. Don't do that. Or you're going to be in the red if you entered $7. Don't do that. Okay, you get that pullback down to $6. Then you realize, holy shit! If I didn't take advantage of those profits at $10, I would have never gone in at $6 when I was in at $7.30. Price action reverts that way. Do I have to go back? Fuck it. Apparently I do. Let's go back. Let's go back to June 2021 to see how price action behaved. Do we have that in here somewhere? Where is it? June 2021. There it is. Here's the price action, right? Okay. Wave number 2 is right here. Right? This is your wave 1. This is your pullback. This is wave number 2. We just noticed it. We gave back 100%. Right? Wave number 2. We're sitting right in here somewhere. We're thinking to ourselves, okay, what's the gap up target? What's the massive gap up that Arca is talking about right now? What the fuck are we going to chart? All right, so let's just say that we're going to open up the market up here all the way to 65.41. Well, guess fucking what? Just like it happened, just like I told you, it pulled the fuck all the way from 64 all the way down to $34, 50% retrace. What did I just tell you? Right? We pulled all the way the fuck back. This thing fucking rips. But notice here that we actually did. Hold on. The hourly chart. Let's get the hourly chart in first. This is going to be a lot easier for us to observe. Sorry. Let's do that instead. I don't want it to be dailies here. So we'll get that wave number. Let's see. This is your $69 top, which is now $419. Wave number 1, pull back 100%. Wave number 2. Okay, good. This is going to be a better example. Let's do it. All right. Wave number 2, we're somewhere in here. Let's just say that we're in the $18 mark. Arca's saying that we're going to gap up, right? So this shit gaps up to $20. This thing goes up. It goes up in the pre-market. It goes up in the pre-market, and we open at 25.61 market open. So all the pre-market activity got that fucking benefit. So from that $26, it pulled all the way down to 20. So it pulled all the way to 20, and from 20 to the next pre-market, it went to $29. Guys, what happened? The wave number 2, this was our resistance. We came back up and we tested that resistance and we pulled all the way back. I'm telling you that if we reach that resistance top, we're going to pull all the way back. Grandma's coming in 5 minutes, baby. Okay, let's go back to the price action here where we are. We're going to pull back all the way because that's generally what happens, guys. I need you to know these things or else you're going to get your ass handed to, right? Wait for this pump because we're probably going to end up reaching these massive targets all the way up to close to $10 or close to 13, and we're going to pull all the way back. Guys, make sure that you can take advantage of those tops. If you're holding shares, if you have, let's just say that you have 100 shares, you can sell covered calls. James, come here, buddy. You can sell covered calls. Why can you do that? Hey, baby, come on. You can do that because the volatility is insane right now. So you secure the premium. When you sell these covered calls, what people are going to do is they're going to FOMO into those options. Which ones are they going to FOMO into? Well, we know on GME that they're going to FOMO into the June 21st, right? The $20 strikes. The premium is going to be massive in that options contract. So you sell to open. And then you sell that options contract and you're going to be collecting the premium, upside or downside. Now here's the risk. If price action, it depends on the strike that you buy it in, right? So let's just say that GME goes from $26, right? It goes all the way up to $100 or something. That means that your $100, your options the shares that are inside of that options contract may get exercised. You may lose them, but that's going to be at a premium. So you got the premiums from all the people trading it in and out, and then they're going to pay for all of those shares when it gets to $100. That's your risk. So make sure not to put in all your shares. If you have 500 shares, put in 100. Right? If you have 1,000 shares, put in 300. Those are 3 contracts. You can collect that money up or down passively. That's something that not a lot of people know of. There's absolute strategy that you can take advantage of for the interim. So now you know the targets here for the massive gap up for AMC. Let's go ahead and do this now. We're going to go ahead and collect it. We're going to make this here a group. We're going to be this is going to be called massive gap up. All right. So now we have the massive gap up theory out of the way. Now what we're going to do here is we're going to use the regular gap up. Let's go to the daily time frame and see what's up. So remember, right, we were talking about a 508 to 511 closure based on Interactive Brokers stopping the trade from anywhere else. Guys, I can't believe we actually reached 228 likes. There are literally 460 people watching right now. Make sure to hit that like button. Continue to finesse that algorithm so we get more people watching the Arca Bulls trading team do their fucking thing. Let's get this shit moving. All right, you guys, so we got the 511. Let's mark it off again the same way. The same way. All right, so we'll say let's do, around there. Good deal. The mid target is what we're going to look at now. It's not going to be the ridiculous upside, right? We're at 507. Let's say we gap up to 590. That's going to be the gap up. Just like we did before. Just like we did before. I want to make sure that you guys understand that we have a pullback coming in. Daniel Gonzalez, what's up, K? So what that means is that we are able to make this downside. Guys, we're going to gap down. It usually happens, okay? I want you to be careful with this shit. We'll pull back. We're going to open up at that 590, and now we're going to pull back into the areas of around 538 if the 507 doesn't get realized, because remember, that 507 bottom side is going to be a massive area of support. Why? Because that's where Interactive Brokers and whoever else stop the fucking trade. That's where we're going to stop. You got to watch your ass. All right. So this thing comes back down to the areas of about 507, right? We'll pull back like this. We're going to make the arrows happen just like we did before. Open up 591, pull back to 510, 508, but I think that we could take advantage of this gap top right here. Not a lot of people looking at that gap top, right? We'll get that 547. What happens from that 547... Hold on. Let me start drawing it again for you. I want to be as clean as I can. 547, what that means is that now you're going to introduce the potential of having breakout traders come in. So breakout traders are going to start looking at the break of around 589, all right? As soon as this breakout happens, you're resisting at this range right in here. Why? Because that's your gap. You don't disrespect the gap. You don't fight the Fed. It's the same concept here. Get the resistance from the lower end of the gap, validate your open. That means pull back from a massive area down to 591 at around your hour to buy hourly close, because remember, statistically, we have at the closure of every major candle a 50% pullback. So that's why you pull back into this area of 591, then you rip the support and break the gap. This is likely to break the top of the gap here. And where do we resist? We have to look back. Look back at the price action. Major pivot point right here at 706. If we reach 706, that may be it for the day. That may be it for the day. We're talking about a closure of 433, traditional market close Friday, all the way up to $7. If it does not say, if retail says, no, this is not it, here's your further target. Pull back to 706 down to 652 at this area here. You pull back down to this zone here at 654. You're going to get a bounce to the upside to realize, guys, I'm not going to, I need you to be careful with this, okay? I'm telling you that this may be it here for a reason, because the next upside target beyond this is pretty massive. Okay, we have a gap right up here into the 824. Guys, that's a huge run. Okay, if it resists the 824 and retail still says no, pull back to 774 and this is where we're going. 871 to 938. This is happening all in a potential one day. Okay, you guys, let's mark off those targets just so you know how the roll goes. All right, I need you to be careful. This is not easy. This is all psychological, all behavioral. If you don't watch your ass, no one else will. But guess what? We are going to be observing this during the trade. Come tomorrow, 6 a.m. sharp. Make sure to show up. And guys, you know what? I'm sorry, I haven't been giving it to you very often, is because I'm really worried about the targets for you. So I'm not offering here the link, right? Make sure to get into the Arca Bulls trading team right away so we can observe these trades tomorrow as they happen. These plans, these preps, we do them ahead of time so that we know by plan what's going to happen the next day. Tomorrow is going to be a massive, explosive day, and there could be a lot of opportunities here for many traders, not only inside of AMC and GME, but also in tickers like NVOS, also in tickers like the SPY. Guys, I am currently holding Microsoft call contracts that are up 167% from Friday. I'm holding them right now. Why? Because I believe there's continuation to the upside in the broader markets. The game that we realized inside of the trading room on Friday was upwards of 3,000, 4,000 collective. It was a massive day, one of our largest trading days. I want you to be a part of that into the volatility that we're about to experience this fucking week. Make sure to join. I need to see you there. If I don't see you there, I'm going to be really pissed off. Get your ass into the trading room right now. All right, guys. So further targets, right? Here's going to be your gap side targets. I need you to know these. 873. And this is your second probability, of course. Remember, we respect the gaps. This is that 50% of the gap. And your top side of the gap, right in here. Make sure to keep those numbers. Make sure to know where you're going to find the likelihood of resistance. Now, what happens if we put a range on there? Let's look at the zone of that gap. Look at the 940B, the 50% retrace like we always talk about. 50% the retrace. We have to understand when to use the 50% retracement targets, the geometrics. I just showed you guys without any type of validation. Right? Guys, my goodness, man. My algorithm is telling me the stream rate's currently way above higher than recommended or way above normal. Oh my goodness, guys. The volume pushing into the Arca Bulls trading team is absolutely wild right now. I love it, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. Guys, by the way, when you come into the Discord, you're going to land in the Arca Lounge or into the landing pad. You're going to notice that it's completely empty. Make sure to go to the top and hit verification. Verify. All you have to do is press pound and enter. When you do that, you're verified. You'll get access to see the Arca Lounge. But if you want to subscribe to the trading team, you need to hit the server shop. Hit the server shop through your PC or through your laptop or whatever, then everything will be available to you by phone. All right, you guys, I'm very happy to have been streaming with you here today. You have the targets, you have the upside bounds. I want to see you now in the trading room, or if that's not an option for you, I want to make sure that I at least see you inside of the Arca Bulls, the Arc Masters Trading Course 5-week program for beginner traders. Let's start you there first. And then we'll move you on to strategies. Then we'll move you on to executions. But let's make sure that we start off in the right place. Make a change for your career. Make a change for your life. But just please be safe about it. Whatever trader you observe, whatever influencer you look at, forward test them or her. If they're not good, they're simply not good. If they're landing their targets day in and day out like we are, then they probably have something to say. But whoever you do choose, make sure that they're good people. Make sure that they're honest, right? That they're being transparent, that they're more importantly trading with you live, executing live and gaining together. So everybody, thank you so much for coming on by once again. On your way out, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and join the team. But let's go ahead and cut off the stream right here. After party inside of the server right after this, like always. That's usually what we do. The after party is after the streams on YouTube. Go ahead and meet me in the after party team. I'll see you there. Thank you so much, everybody, for coming on out. Let's go ahead and cut this shit off. Thank you so much. Please take whatever I do show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest for you to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever, ever, ever, ever. I need you to do your own due diligence and everything will be cool. But with that said, team, I wish you well, a very, very good rest of your night, and I'll catch you at the fucking bell tomorrow. Adios, team. Fuck yeah.